I think it looks good. It just needs more intense, a bit more. Just needs to just keep on going and put more coats on, I think, basically. That's looking good. Very good.
Okay, good. So,
I mean, if you want to, you can keep concentrating on the flames at the moment.
Like this? No.
So where there would be one through here, so I guess you could, it's almost as if we might have to remove a little bit of what's there. That could be a bit of that over varnish there. So you can bring that, it's quite a wide one I think here, so you can bring a little bit through there as well.
Okay.
Okay, now I might concentrate on this one here. Bring that through there. Definitely doesn't look too red now, does it? Is that still the same mixture from earlier? Oh, working. It's definitely working. So yeah, now I can sort of see the light spots again in those kind of.
Okay.
So I would kind of connect all the areas where you can see the light spots in between.
Like this?
Yeah. Especially here, I can see a white spot just there. Yeah. Might be just from my angle though. It might be look different from your angle. No, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. So now there's something happening here. Is that like a thinner?
Yeah.
I think I would bring that through here because they do vary a bit in width, don't they? So I would just kind of continue this through to there. Maybe make it slightly wider towards the bottom area here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's coming on. I mean,
maybe here.
Yeah, so we kind of need to connect without making it all look too much the same. I wonder if we even need to take a little bit off actually through here after, but for now I would try and sort of get a little bit more of that sort of ground colour in between the flames here, which is quite orangey, isn't it? So might need a bit more yellow and red in there again, maybe. We don't want to make it to look too even all the way along, so we might actually just...
Okay, the lighter one.
We could almost take a little bit off the...
okay.
Just I wonder, is this... Because that round here looks to me a little bit like the over varnish. Whether we can just lighten that a little bit through here. The only problem is the filler varnish has probably sealed that in quite well, so we might need to possibly take the scraper to it, but I think I would just, for now, maybe just in those areas here, just try and get a little bit of the ground orange colour more through there. So I think that one, sorry. So just in between the flames a little bit. Yeah, we might do a little bit of that later, but you could continue with the ones at the bottom for now. There's quite a lot less red in there. It's quite ground colour. There's not a lot of that original varnish down there. Might do a little bit of imitating it further and bringing a little bit of that original red down here. But for now, I would literally just, go for it. You need a bit more black in there, and then just bring the flames through first, I think. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me.
Okay. So
there's kind of two that are not very well defined here. There should be really a couple of
two
flames.
lines.
So so I would go in between first, and then you might have to actually bring that through a little bit. I don't know. We need to. They almost go into one, don't they? Those two flames there, I think.
Oh, I think it's okay.
That looks good.
Okay.
I think the colour is good. And I would just put one above, with a little bit of space in between. That's it.
Is that good? Yeah.
That looks good colour.
Okay.
And in between, again, we probably need a bit more light orange, I think, on the actual peg bush. But yeah, you can bring that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Looks good.
Better? Yeah.
That looks very good. Yeah. That's definitely getting there. Yeah, brilliant. I'd probably leave that for now. Move on to the next one. You might have to see this one here. Bring that through. There seems to be a bit slightly wider space between the two flames here, and then this one as well. And then we can sort of do a bit of filling in with the orange colour afterwards.
Okay. Into this.
Mm-hmm. So try not to go onto that little grey area we've got here from the peg bush at all. So go either side of that for any retouching now. Might even try and lift that a little bit later, but so we need, I think that looks good. So we could do with a bit of more of the orange onto those peg bush areas now. So you probably need to add a bit of yellow and red again, and then give that a bit of a wash across, or stippling even.
Okay, so now the orange.
Actually here you could add a little bit of colour here, just with the kind of grey you're using at the moment. I think it looks quite light across here, but not onto the actual joint or peg bush, just in this kind of area here. Maybe it looks a little bit, it just suddenly looks brighter. Maybe you can see it only from my angle, I don't know.
Like here and here.
Yeah, it's mainly from my angle. I can see it all that side of the peg bush basically. It looks suddenly quite light, so it could do with a bit more grey. Don't go onto the joint.
Okay. So
no, so basically what I mean is just in this kind of area here. Sometimes you literally can only see it from one angle, so it's important that you keep turning the instrument all the time. So that looks a little bit better already. So we kind of need to now concentrate on getting more of this colour across to here and here, and so I think it needs to be more, a bit more yellow and red. I think a bit more orange.
Okay.
Because we're always needing to compensate for whatever ground we have. It's sort of a little bit on the grey side, I guess. That's okay. Maybe you just take a bit off. Try that.
Oops.
It's normal. Yeah, that might still be a bit strong, but
I think so.
A little bit of either some more yellow. You can put a bit of black again in as well. Yeah, maybe just a tiny bit of black.
Okay.
And I think, it's quite strong with pigment now, so you probably need a bit more alcohol in there.
Thank you, sorry.
Looks still a bit strong to me.
Yeah, me too.
So either you water it down a lot with alcohol, make it very weak to start off with, so it's not too strong, or you add a little bit more black even, I think. Maybe.
The yellow, you think?
Yeah, try a bit of yellow, yeah. Just give it one wash across the wider one and we'll see what we've got. Sometimes you just need to go for it and then...
bit strong, I think.
Do you think? Okay, you can always thin it down with more alcohol, make it just less intense. I think it's not far off actually, that looks good to me.
Okay, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I would keep going with that. Yeah, I think that's working. Yeah, that's coming on. I think you can put a bit more onto this one. Still looks quite pale through the Pegbush. Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, it's a grey.
That's good. I see a little bit of a light spot there. So, yeah. And as well through here.
Okay.
It's coming on. I mean, afterwards we can think whether to bring a little bit of the tiny areas, a little bit of the original varnish through there that's been completely lost down here. So I'll probably get some photos out and compare to some other instruments to see where to best put it. So here's quite a strong dark spot, isn't it? So I would probably, you could make this flame generally a little bit more intense just by filling in between those darker areas. I think that's what I would do next.
Okay. Yes, this.
Actually, while you've got that colour going on the brush, we need to do the same here with a bit more of the orange as well in those areas. So you could do just while you've got that colour going. I know we need to add more red to bring a bit more of the red, but for now, just you need to get that. We need to get the ground colour first. So I think that'll work up there as well quite well. That's it. Yeah, that's good. Maybe up here the same. Not onto the areas next to the pegbush because they need to be more grey, I think, but on the actual pegbush, that colour seems to work well. Okay, so here we've mainly got those light spots for now to deal with, and I need to have a look later whether we leave it or whether I need to check what's original and what isn't there. But for now I would just go to the light spots, I think, and maybe this flame also could be a bit stronger through here. So if you're doing these spots here, you probably need a bit more grey on your brush because we're using quite a sort of on the orange, more on the orange spectrum, so a little bit more black. So just to always vary depending on the ground. Yeah, that'll probably work if you just take it from the side. Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that works pretty well. Yeah, I think we're starting to get there. So down here we've got this really quite intense red, which I'm assuming is original varnish. So I would just bring that through a little bit more, just into the peg bush here, because as you can almost see, it's like a bit of an abrupt line where it finishes. So just to blend it in a little bit into that direction. Yeah, so you need to put quite a lot more alizarin. Yeah, I mean, generally that looks too much of a block color now. So I think we do need to have a look under the UV and just see and possibly remove a little bit from there. But you can just do this for now, just to blend this through. Okay.
Too bright?
I think it's working. The only thing is I can see sort of two stripes going down that way, so maybe it still looks a little bit light in between here, here and here. Yeah. Let me just have a look. Just a bit more through here. I mean, most of that will be gone anyway with the peg bush, so once we drill the holes, I mean. I think that's working pretty well, really. I would, we could maybe intensify the flames a little bit, like through here. It's quite interrupted. So need to go back a little bit slightly to the less red color and just, I would reinforce the one like through here and through here a little bit more, because they're quite interrupted compared to this one, for example.
This is very light.
There. Ah, yeah. I mean, that'll probably be lost with a hole anyway. But I think maybe just go back and reinforce those a little bit more with
yellow.
With a bit less red in it.
Yeah.
But we can bring a little bit of the red down. I'm not too worried, but just to match for now with the.
Okay.
But yeah, we're definitely getting there. Yeah, you'll need more black as well in there, I think. I think a little bit more black, otherwise it might be a bit too red. Oops. Hang on.
Thank you. Oops.
No, see, it might be okay if you mix it all together.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, there's still plenty red enough. Might even still be on the red side, but you can try it and see how it goes.
Okay.
So from my view, that I mean the two through here that lose a bit intensity through here, for example, this one, and then this one's very thin and breaks up, and this one as well. So I would just go a little bit in between where the light spots are, well, not light spots, but the, you know, where it's losing a bit of intensity. So I would bring this one from here through to the end a bit more. Ah, that's a bit strong. I think actually, I don't know, because there's also something going on, so I don't know if it's that. Is it too...
I think it's too black.
Too black.
Or too strong. Or okay?
I think it's okay.
Oh, okay, good.
I think it works. So here I would just go a little bit in between. Might be a bit too intense. You need more alcohol. And a little bit more retouch varnish. This one's quite a thin one. I think we can just make this one a bit. Problem is, if you got too much alcohol, you end up taking it off again. That one here as well could do with a bit, just a bit more, basically. Yeah, I think we're getting there. Cameras from all angles.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm not happy is that we can see the joint here, but actually, because this peg bush is quite high up, we'll probably end up losing that when we cut the hole for the G peg anyway. So I'm quite happy. The only thing I would look at again is this area here. That looks a bit annoying, so we need to have a look under the UV and see what we can do there. But the joint here will probably lose anyway.
Okay.
I'm really happy with those ones. That lighter area is probably going to go as well. So, you know, at some stage I just think, okay, I'm just going to mark out where my holes go, and then I can always go back and do a little bit more afterwards. Brilliant. Well done. Excellent. Happy with that.
So put coat.